Song. Good evening, everyone. It is Triumph Thursday, and this is Carol, so aka Naughty Boss, live at the Tiki Bar with
TwoSistas. Hey, good evening, everyone. This is actually Trending Thursday, and I chuckle because either one of us, one gets it wrong. Well, whatever. My name is Janice. Yeah, my name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 6.0, not at the Tiki Bar, I might add. Today, of course, is Thursday, June 29th, and we are on episode number 655. And what is trending for you, Carol Sue?
Well, right now, some fantabulous music. I'm at the Tiki Bar in Sebastian, and I love the vibe here. Very relaxed. It's karaoke night. I just came in this afternoon back home from the villages. We had some really productive Thrive events, which we're super excited. We got some Thrivers going on at the villages. It's all about health and wellness. Came home to literally had 5 minutes to get my luggage out of the car and right on a Zoom with Winners Choice Championships, working those events. So that was exciting. And some friends called kind of last minute and said, hey, Thursday night, what's trending going on with you? And I said, well, what's trending going on with you? She goes, let's go to the Tiki Bar to actually, listen to some good music. And it's karaoke night, so we got some great singers. So really, really love that, being inland in Florida, that's what's trending. Hotter than Haiti, going inland, come back to this beautiful river location, nice breeze. And yes, of course, it's still warm. And yes, of course, you can feel a little humidity in the area. Obviously, it's Florida. But with this gorgeous breeze from the river and the ocean, we are not sweating our butts off like inland. So that's what's trending, sweating.
Yeah, and it's amazing, when we get into, especially in the Northeast or even down north, when the seasons shift into gear, pretty much the whole month of June. Today was gorgeous. I would say it was close to 80
Right.
breeze, but it's really been a very cooler type of June, which is a little unusual. And of course, Gary's been working his butt off on the patio, actually just completed it today. Just has to do the trim and some other stuff. So, of course, getting very accomplished. And of course, what's trending is the garden. It's really, starting to really see it come alive because, I think, of course, when you first plant, do the planting of the plants, you think, that doesn't look like enough. And, oh, is it going to be enough? And now the blooming is happening. And I just think it's just such an awesome sight to see, when I walk by so we're blooming.
Absolutely. And what I love about the garden is, the season of the flavors. There's nothing better than actually having your own garden, getting those great in-season vegetables. And we always talk about that. Eat in season always, because there's something to say about, and a huge difference between New England and Florida.
Mm-hmm.
has to do with the soil. But we
Yeah.
have found some really great local farms that have amazing tomatoes, very comparable to what is grown in New England. So I'm excited about that because I like my tomatoes with a little basil, a little lettuce. So I make a sandwich out of that. Keeping up with my plant-based lifestyle that I've been doing. But I'd love to eat in season. I think too frequently you see, especially at the grocery stores, different fruits, different vegetables coming at not the normal season. So then you have to think of, okay, what do they put in them? How was it grown? Because why am I getting this now? It's too soon, right? So we always want to make sure what's trending is that we eat what's trending in that particular season, don't you think?
Oh yeah, because of course there's so much stuff online now in the news cycles and this and that about things being grown in the laboratory. And whenever I hear that, I cringe. I either turn the TV off or just go to the next channel. But you really have to look at everything that you buy these days. Not only, of course, reading the labels. Some vegetables, of course, they might have a sticker on it, like where is it from? Well, how has the weather been in that area? Are they doing any, spraying of their gardens and all that stuff? So, I think you just always have to be cautious. And I think that's great, of course, having that little farm around the corner from you where you can buy nice fresh vegetables. So where it's coming from. So that's always a good thing as well.
And a good key point to talk about organic is people have to understand that a farm that's growing organically, the soil has to be chemical free. And I want to say it's 10 years. It may be a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but there's a certain number that soil has not been treated with any kind of fertilizer or chemicals to truly make whatever is growing organic. And the only way that a consumer can guarantee that it's organic is by getting pure soil, like no chemicals, nothing, and building the garden above ground, meaning in boxes. Because there are a lot of people that don't have access to a garden that's been generationally used for a garden, right? So you want to make sure that that you really buy locally to your local farmer, because chances are they've been doing that for years, that their soil is definitely organic.
Right. And organic definitely, for the most part, as we all know, is a little bit more expensive. So depending on where you do buy your vegetables and it is organic, there's always adjustments, of course, that you can do as far as your budget goes. And excuse me. And who doesn't love fresh vegetables? Who doesn't love?
I love really ripe tomato, little olive oil, some fresh garlic with some basil. I can make a meal out of that. I absolutely love it. And you can add different things to it, maybe a little red onion, maybe some cucumbers, and also incorporate like spinach, even sauteed spinach, like sauteed up with the tomato. Oh, I could eat that stuff all day long. It's so fresh, it's so refreshing. And you know that you're eating the season of these things that are in season, which they just taste better, I think, anyways.
Yeah, of course, in season. And of course, with July 4th coming around the corner, I think of, for instance, when we were kids and when we were specifically in Cromwell with the pool and people coming over and, all the different salads. And mommy used to make that Jello mold with the sour cream. I know it sounds disgusting, but it was delicious.
Oh, it's tasty. It's tasty. But again, now that's something that I don't eat anymore because obviously there was a layer of sour cream, and I'm not 100%. Some people actually that I talked to this week talk about being dairy free, and they say, "You talk about being dairy free." I said, "No, I'm not dairy free. I'm probably about 95% dairy free, but I do go out, so I do know I can't control what the chef is doing, nor do I want to spend the time explaining, oh, okay, I want this fish. It can only be cooked in olive oil, or this steak, because a lot of times a good steak is also smeared with butter. So I know I can't be 100% dairy free. However, I know because I mainly eat what I control at home, that I'm about 95%. So I give that 5% latitude. I obviously try to eat things that don't contain dairy, but the way it's cooked sometimes it's with butter, right? So I recognize that is an important piece of being dairy free as best as we can. But at the end of the day, we're not 100% in control. We talk about that as well, that we're only in control of our actions and reactions. So I don't want to put like a waiter or waitress on a spot, or a server on a spot saying, I need this, totally dairy free, blah, 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 or, how it's cooked. I just accept that, sometimes I'm going to inadvertently have dairy. I try my best, and that's all I can do. Yeah.
And as a segment of something about nothing, but really something about something, the other evening when we did Triumph Tuesday at night, I didn't realize that it was National Sunglass Day. And I did have my sunglasses around here somewhere. Can't find them now, of course. So I'm kind of dorky when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I get some updates from this website called National Today. So what is today? Quite a few things. I'm not going to read all of them, but Hug Day. No, I'm sorry. Hug Holiday. Here's a good one. It's National Work from Home Day. Well, folks, that's been happening for quite a few years now for a lot
Correct. Outdated.
So I thought that was pretty interesting, and of course, I get the from US History Channel that, what happened on this day, type of thing. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that little tidbit, really about nothing.
Well, no, but it's always nothing about something now. So it may impact somebody else. Say, well, I didn't know that. And that really shows that you're open to learn new things or find out about things that you didn't know. That's the creativity part of our brain that should never stop working, regardless of your age. You should always be open to learn something new, hear something that you didn't know about, because it does add value, I think, to your day. But today is trending. We always talk about what is trending. How about you guys being the trendsetter? You showing that you can impact the world in a positive way. Turn that negativity into something positive. Focus on the goodness of humanity instead of the icky part of humanity, because it's there. Life is a coin. We always talk about life is a coin. There's a good side, there's a bad side, there's dark, there's white, there's night, there's day, there's good, there's evil. Just make sure that your thought process, which we know have electric abilities, electrical magnets out to the universe, and our thoughts are electric currents, that you're putting out positivity out to the universe. When you do that, you'll find that your day goes better, your aspirations get more exciting, and you're more positive as overall health, wellness, and mindset. Don't you think, Jan?
Oh yeah, health, wellness, and mindset. I mean, all that kind of integrates together. So you have to ask yourself, with all the surrounding stuff that's going on, whether, of course, every now and then I mention Twitter updates, what's happening with this or that, sometimes you just have to kind of filter all that crap out, because it does integrate into your orb, into your world. And remind me to tell you something really funny. I can't say it over the air, but when we signed off, I
love it when she gives me a little hint, because then a lot of our viewers and listeners will message me and say, okay, so what was it about? We'll see whether that's something I can divulge or not, but we'll find out. But it is Trending Thursday. Well, I said it was triumph. You can still triumph and still be trending, by the way. But it is Trending Thursday. We want you to be the trendsetter, you to impact the world in a positive way. Stop the scroll. Don't envy somebody else that you think is doing better than you. You be the trendsetter of passion, of commitment, of really putting out those positive vibes. And end of the day, gratitude and kindness. With that, this is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Bus, live from the Tiki Bar in Spastic, Florida, with
TwoSistas. Hey everyone, this is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 6.0. Not at the Tiki Bar, and we hope you have an amazing Trending Thursday, and of course we shall see you tomorrow for Fantabulous Friday. Bye for now, everyone.
Take care. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.